Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Saw Gerrera from the Bad Batch. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Bad Batch, Saw Gerrera. Now, remember, this is not Clone Wars. This is not Rogue One. This is Bad Batch. Sort of. Now, this is sketches entirely for me, but I will explain this because I know you can't see it. So if you want to listen to me, now's the time to do it. I am drawing Saw Gerrera as I think Saw Gerrera should actually look like as a real person. And what I mean by that is, Clone Wars is very animated, right? And it's very stylized. And that's awesome. But it also is not humanly proportioned correctly, right? So, I'm doing Forrest Whitaker in the Clone Wars, in the Bad Batch. Does that make sense? So, short. Hope I don't fall off the page. Right there's too much. Okay. So this is not going to look exactly like the clone. Here's what's going to be. I'm going to draw a Forrest Whitaker sized person wearing the Bad Batch costume. Does that make sense? Because here's the other problem. I can't draw Forrest Whitaker. I can't draw likenesses. I just don't have time to in the amount of time I have here to sketch this character out. So, I'm going to draw a person that is the size of Forrest Whitaker, that is dressed as Saw Gerrera from the Bad Batch. Does that make more sense? Probably not, but that's the best way I can describe it. So, that's why he looks the way he does. That's the best thing I can say. Because again, you know, they're very stylized and they're not proportioned correctly according to real humans. But there we go. Trying to find a good picture of his armor. But I want it the size of a real person. To look natural and to look like and the reason I keep saying to finish that sentence, and to look like a Forrest Whitaker character. The reason I keep saying that, it should be very obvious, is because, you know, he's Forrest Whitaker. He played him. He started all this as Saw Gerrera, which is amazing, right? And that's where it's going to end up going. So why not draw someone who is his size for the character? And when I say his size, I mean, you may be saying, well, who knows? What if he was this thin when he was younger? He wasn't. He's been in movies for a long time, so we have a lot of documented images of what he looked like when he was younger. So I know he wasn't that thin when he was younger. I hate to say it like that, but he's a big man, and he's a you know, very stocky man. So we know his size. So that's why I want to go ahead and say, well, then this is what he would look like. This is what Forrest Whitaker at that age would look like as SAW GERRERA. So yes, we're drawing a younger Forrest Whitaker, but an actual proportioned correctly Forrest Whitaker. How's that? Now, I'll give you this. I'll say this. I will try to make it look like Forrest Whitaker as if he was with that haircut. How's that? That beard and haircut. I got some pictures of Forrest Whitaker I'm going to go by for his face size. Now this is what I always say though, that I can't draw the actual character, so I can't draw Forrest Whitaker. I can, I just don't have time to, because I'm trying to do this within 30 minutes, and I can't sketch it out in 10 minutes, ink it in 20 minutes, and have it look like Forrest Whitaker, because there's not enough time. I could do it maybe if I had an hour, you know, but I don't. Well, I do. I just don't want you to be sitting here for an hour while I do it. Like, you got other stuff to do, you know? So I'm gonna get as close as I can. So what I usually say is, what I tell everybody is, like, I draw cosplay people. So I draw what it would look like if someone was dressed like Forrest Whitaker. I'm saying his name quite a lot, aren't I? If someone was dressed like him as SAW GERRERA from the Bad Batch. That's what I say. He's got an awesome nose. I wish I could draw the contours of it, but again, I want to do that with color, so I do a lot. So I'm not going to do it. There's his haircut. There's his haircut. There it is. It's kind of a very strange look they went with. But again, I guess they're also going for, well, you know where his hair went, like in Rogue One, how crazy he went with it just kind of all sticking up. So we're not so crazy, you know. So I'll do something like that. But again, I want it on Forrest Whitaker. So I think that's good right there. The rest of the details can come out in the Sharpie portion. So let's erase some of these sketch lines, because what I normally do, I want my Sharpie to stand out. What I normally do is, that was very thin sketch. What I normally do is I erase these sketch lines and keep the confidence lines. When I first start drawing, I'm trying to do three things. I'm trying to get position, placement, position, placement, proportions. That's what I'm trying to go for. As I get more confident with all that, I start pressing harder. So those are my confidence lines. So when I lightly erase like this, I'm getting rid of the sketch, and the confidence lines take more pressure, but I'm not applying that pressure. So I can still see the confidence lines, but I get rid of the sketchiness. So in life, get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence, you'll do amazing things, and you'll go far. And I'll be there to pat you on the back, because you're going to be amazing. Okay, so I say I'm ready to go. I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Most of the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. sketch the entire thing out, erase the majority of the sketch lines. And if you want to see more Star Wars, check out that playlist right there, or just check out the playlist in general, because I do so many that I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So check it out. If you don't see it, give me a request and we'll see what we can do. I've already explained why he looks this way. Go check it out in the sketch portion. I'm just going to jump right in with the eyes. I'm going to draw the lids. Something like this. I'm going to draw the retina. The color part of the eye, something like this. And that's a little dramatic. I was trying to go for his little droopy eyelid. I went a little too far. So let me see if I can bring it back up just a little bit. And draw, okay, for the bottom of the eye, all I really do is kind of come in like that. I don't draw the bottom of the eye because it'll bleed too much if I do that. So I'm just going to leave it like that and take care of it with color. So I'm going to draw his eyebrows. He's got a very sparse eyebrow, not very thick. All right. For the bridge of his nose, it's very artistic. It's very unique. Like it's got a beautiful contour to it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that with color. So all I'm going to do is draw his nostrils, the bulb like this, draw some of the outside edge of the nostril, and then the rest I'll do with color. Okay. And he's got a little frowny mouth, a little frowny saw. And let's see, he's got like this goatee-ish. Which will help us, goatee-ish beard is what I was trying to say, which will help us with the lip. So I can kind of do like that, and then kind of come in for the goatee, bring it down a little bit like this, maybe a little stylized, bring it up like this, something like that. Kind of going up and stopping. Okay. Now, the reason I'm doing it like this, well, no, if you want to know why he looks like this, again, go to the sketch portion. I've already explained it, so I'm not worried about it here. I'm going to draw the sides of his face like this. And I'm going to start to thicken my edges up just a little bit, too, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to make up for where that's going. Or I'm trying to get ready for where that's going, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm going to draw his hairline a little like this. And now I'm getting ready for the ears is what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and just draw them. They're a little big, but again, I'm drawing a Forrest Whitaker style character. So yeah, they're a little stylized, a little big. That's who he is, you know. And so now for his haircut, let's see, I'm going to draw a hairline like this, and then build off of that. Now, he's got his artistic haircut that they gave him, but we know where it's going, like, right? I was talking about this in the sketch. It's like, I don't know why they chose this, but I'm sure they're like, you know why we chose this. You saw his hair in Rogue One. Give him that hair. Give him some crazy, you know, it's just kind of flowing up. But I like it. It's very stylized. It's very, very unique. Okay. Because it's almost like it knows where it's going, right? And I'm thickening my edges up just a little bit because, like I said, when I switch over to the Sharpie, you're going to see a difference. So I'm just making up for it, getting ready. You don't have to do it, is where I was trying to go with this. Is especially if you're working with pencil, you might be like, yeah, that doesn't look good with a pencil. So don't do it. Don't worry about it. I'm just explaining to you why I'm doing it and leaving it like that. Back to Saul. Okay. So now I'm going to draw his neck. A thick neck. So we're going to come down here like this to his collar. And so I'm going to draw the collar up a little like this, come down. Continue his neck in like this. And let's see if I can draw his little armor plate that he has right here. Now I've got his arm in front of him, kind of over his chest, kind of in defiance of, check me out, look what we're doing. You know, I'm strong. So I kind of need to get to that, right? So we're going to draw his armor like this. That's the little connecting piece that the strap that connects it on the side is what basically we're drawing right there. Something like that. We'll come back with detail in a second. I'm just kind of showing you some edges, right? His shoulder, he's got a shirt on. It's like this, but it's a little foreshortened. Basically, there's his sleeve. And then there's his forearm. Okay? So then here's his elbow. Coming back over here. And then we're going to draw his forearm anklet. Why do I call it an anklet? His forearm, I wanted to say bracelet, but changed it to anklet. I don't know why. Communicator piece, whatever this is. Here's his wrist, just to show you where we're going. And I'm going to kind of bring it in and do one of these just to make it like that tech look, you know. It attaches here, go down, attach it there, go down like that. Now let's add some detail. It's got a couple layers to it, a couple different little things, just kind of where it connects and looks space, you know. And it's got an opening for, I guess, communication. A lot of times it's a cool thing to draw, and we do this all the time. Fortnite does it, Star Wars does it. We draw these little things on their wrists. 90% of the time they're never used. 90% of the time it's just a cool looking wrist thing, right? And what I mean by that is, like, no one ever uses them to talk to each other. They never open anything with it, you know what I mean? So I'm just drawing details. I mean, like what? Boba Fett uses his for his chain code. And for other things, shoots fire from it, stuff like that. But a lot of characters like this, it's like, well, it's just cool. That's all it really is, you know? Alright, so close that up. And honestly, too, I chose this position so it could kind of show it off. So we can kind of show, yeah, he's got a cool looking wrist thing. That's his sleeve, so I can draw little edges on that. And his hand, you're just looking at the back of his hand is all it is. So nothing crazy. It's just the knuckles like that. And again, that's got a little protector slash communicator slash cool space edge to it, because again, it looks good with these little designs, and I get it. That's why we're drawing it, you know, because it looks good. But there's not really any explanation as to what this stuff is, you know. So we're drawing the back of the hand is all the best I can say. So when you do stuff like that, there, it's done, you know. Okay, so now I can draw the armor over. But see, I wanted to stop there because I wasn't too sure how much of it you could see. And here, let's do this one over here. So this is going to come down, and then again, you can see a little bit of it like that, because it's coming down like this. And it will add detail in a second. So this edge, we're going to do like we did there. It's going to come down. And I don't see much. Let me find a good picture. I found a couple that shows some of it, as far as breastplates and stuff like that. So I think this will be passable. As far as armor, let's add some detail. But see, again, most of it's covered up by his arm, so I'm not too worried about what you can see. Because there is like that cool like line down, but I'm gonna do that with color. I'm not worried about that right now. You hear the dogs in the backyard. My window's open again. I'm enjoying the nice Texas breeze right now. Alright, so that being said, let's draw his down to his belt. So I'm going to come down this way. Again, just kind of giving you a placement. His big old space buckle. And it doesn't look like there's much besides a belt. Like I don't see stuff attached to it, or I don't see bullets and things like that, you know. The usual space packs, you know how everybody has oh my gosh, I just drew a blank on the word. Satchels and packs and stuff that they keep on there, especially stormtroopers, that kind of thing, you know. I don't see much on him, so I'm not worried about that. Alright. Now, I want to do that just so I can draw his arm behind his body, and so you don't get lost as to where we are with that kind of placement, right? So this arm is just hanging down, nothing crazy, nothing over the top. So we're just going to draw his sleeve. Let me find that picture again. Yeah, short sleeve. So I'm going to draw his shoulder like this. Cut off the sleeve right there. There's his arm to his forearm, and then we're going to do like we did there, the old space cuff. Right now, again, you can't see much behind him, so we're going to say there's his arm, back there like that. That's it. That's all you can really see. I'll come back and add some detail in a second. I'm just trying to give you a proportion and placement back behind his body. So now let's do some space stuff. And let's see, let's go across that. Now here we're looking at the back side. It's kind of, think of it like this way. If the Sharpie was right there, it's back like that. So all that's more on top, and this underside is back under here that now we're seeing it, but we couldn't there. So we kind of get to make up what we want. Ooh, let's hang on. Let's draw the fist and go ahead and add some detail in a second. Bring the knuckles down like this. Here's the thumb over all that. Right? And we'll add some detail. And has he got gloves? Yes, he does. So we're going to add like just a little bit of it there. Again, it's turned, so we're saying you're looking at the side profile. And we'll say since it's a glove, we'll go ahead and add just a little bit of glove seam, you know? Okay, so here, let's just kind of make up the side profile. Like all you can really see of it would be that, you know? All this stuff on the inside, unseeable. So since there's nothing to do there, since those locks are on the other side, let's just go ahead and just draw like something like that, you know, some kind of space scene. And it'll break up the negative space so we don't have to worry too much about what you can see. There you go. That's all you got to worry about for the arm. So now he does have a holster on, so we just got to remember that when we're drawing down. So I'm going to draw his body, or his waist, his hip, coming down here, and then again, yeah, we want to draw that holster because it goes over his leg. I'm going to stop right about there until I get the rest of it to see how far in it goes. Then I want to draw his leg down to his knee pad and his gun. All we can see of it is like the edge, right? That's it. That's all you can see because it's back, like his arm. It's back behind his body. Right? And it attaches there, something like that. Okay, so let's draw his other side to get a feel for where we are, then we'll figure out the thickness of that leg. So this leg's coming down here, down to his knee pad. And the knee pad's pretty big, so let's draw it. It's kind of, yeah, it's really big. And it's facing right at you in this version. And then we're going to draw it to the side, the profile, on the other leg. Something like that. And then it buckles back behind, that kind of stuff. So let's draw this leg up. That. And there you go. Now we got a feel for his leg thickness, and so let's draw this at an angle. So we're kind of drawing down like this, connected here, and then do that little thickness like we did there. End of this Sharpie. Again, it connects back behind his leg, so we're just going to kind of do something like that. And now I've got a thickness for the leg. Now I get a feel for, yeah, I like that. I like where it's going. So that can come up this way and go back up this way. Yeah, I like that. I can live with that. But see, I didn't want to draw lines to define anything yet until I decided where the placement should be. Now he's got some really cool pattern designs in his pants here. So I'm just going to kind of do something like that. It kind of breaks up the negative space. And it kind of also shows us a couple of bends like that in his material. Oops. Here we go. Okay, I can't see if there's anything on the front of his knee pad. It looks like maybe there might be, almost like something like that. Very subtle. Okay, so now we're just drawing armor. That's really it. So for his armored legs, we're just going to kind of come down here. Like that. Come back this way here, thicken it up. Ooh, that Sharpie is dying. This is the last time I'm going to use it. Same thing here. Let's go ahead and do this side. Might as well do them together. Go, angled, straight at you. So this foot's coming down, little lace protector, what do you call it? Armor. Here's the toe. We'll draw some, it looks a little odd to me. It looks tiny, so we'll draw a tread underneath it to kind of thicken it up just a little bit. Something like that. Oh, no, we'll add detail in a second. Let's just do both. This one's pointed right at you, so it's kind of coming down like this. Let's do that armor piece. A little toe piece. And bring it down. Something like that. Oh, Saul, enjoy those shoes now while you can, because eventually, what, they're going to lose them, right? Or not even that. He's going to move over to, what do you call it? Flip-flops. But one of them is a robotic, right? Not a robot. One of them is robotic. It's not a robot leg. Okay, I think that's going to be it. And there we go. So I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is SAW GERRERA from the Bad Batch.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.